Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2025 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Awesome. All right, Sagittarius. Give me a moment to take it in. Okay. So at the heart of the last half of July is, I love it, the Six of Wands. Celebration, success, prosperity. It's like, I've got this. Oh, that's so great. The Six of Wands right here. And it really is joyous energy coming forward. So I love that for you. That's so exciting. I'm excited. Now let's see the challenge during this time. Oh, that's the Death card. Now this is Scorpio energy. So if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, or you have Scorpio energy in your chart, just know that that part of your personality can be giving you a bit of difficulty. Now, there can also be like some sort of secrets, not everything, like things in the shadows. Okay, I'm just hearing like the Johnny Cash, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light type of thing coming forward. So just knowing that it can be personal secrets where it's like, okay, how do I deal with this? Or I'm seeing it more as other people where it's like, whoa, what the heck? Like, where did this come from? And like, I don't really need to deal with this right now. Like, seriously. So just be aware of that there's this energy here of things being unveiled, things being brought forward. And there's also this challenge with rebirth, meaning that you're stepping into a new stage of life, a new stage of what it is that you want, a new season, one might say. And what you're going to see is that there's a pullback to old habits, and cognitively that like, I don't want this. I'm not here for this. But it can be that pull that comes forward. So just be mindful about that. Now, during this time, where we need to focus is on the moon. Now, the moon is also Pisces energy. Okay, so I didn't give the time frame of Scorpio. Scorpio is the time frame of October 23rd to November 21st, and then Pisces is the time frame of February 19th to March 20th. With this is again with secrets, but this is also with dreams. It's like bringing things to the light, what needs to be seen. Where have we been like kind of like on the fence about things? Do I do this? Do I do that? What about this? What about that? Feeling rather overwhelmed emotionally, but it's also again entering into a new phase. The moon always shows us a different face, even if it's a slightly different face every single day. And so there is the sense of stepping into this new way of being, and this kind of like flow of understanding. Very strong water energy here with Pisces and Scorpio coming forward. So very connected with the heart, with what you love, with what you want, but also emotions are going to be very much to the surface. But it's not going to be like, oh, I want to share these emotions. It's going to be like, it's almost like, how do I handle this? But how do I see this? How do I move forward? And then how do I harness these emotions? Almost like, like harvest them, like picking like fruit from a bush or from a tree. Apples filling the basket is what I'm seeing, and blackberries. And it's like, how do I fill this basket? How do I get what it is that I want from these emotions and create what it is that I want, and not give too much of myself away? If that, yeah, that does make sense. And it moves us then to the energy that is moving away. It's kind of spoiled for choice here, but also there's a lot of indecision because we are spoiled for choice. It's like, oh, I do this, I do that. And what I see mostly is the sense of, I'm being pulled this way, I'm being pulled that way. What about this? Oh, but I need to do this, and I need to do this, and it's very overwhelming. So like taking a few deep breaths, Sagittarius, and calming things down. You do not need to do everything. And we cannot do everything as human beings. We can do what we can do and then get to the rest. And so slowing things down is going to be very important for us, but also looking at the dual sides of us. And keep on being drawn here where we need to focus on the white wolf and the black wolf, kind of like the yin and the yang of us, the inner self and the shadowed self, the sacred feminine, the sacred masculine. How do they all come together? And how do we see what it is that we want? And how does it that we focus on where it is that we want to be? So this energy of being spoiled for choice, but it's also of being overwhelmed, is a welcome release. But also now we have a lot more options, a lot more things that felt impossible. We're like, no, that's possible. I can do that. And it moves us then to our strength. And this is justice. This is very strong Libra energy. I love how you have a line of major arcana cards. This is not a time to play. This is a time of getting things done. Like Spirit is not playing. We can play. We can have a lot of fun during this time, but Spirit is also like, we're getting things done. This is justice. This is things falling into balance. Strong Libra energy, time frame, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libra energy goes into Scorpio timeframe. So Libra timeframe goes into Scorpio timeframe. So that can be very powerful for us as well. I also hold a bit of challenges because that is our challenge card, but we're going to see things being unveiled, and we're going to see ourselves being more just, more fair with ourselves. But we can also see legal matters coming to a head. We can see things falling into balance where it was once chaos. Now we are honing in that balance, that honor of what it is that we want, and really moving it forward. And as things come into balance, as we are more just and fair with ourselves, and move forward in kindness, do no harm, move forward gently on this earth, it then leads us to our near future, which is the Seven of Pentacles, which is very interesting energy. So we have the 7 coming in, and 7 is a revealing number, right? It's a going deeper into the spiritual. It's a very honest number. But what we're going to see here is that this energy shift isn't going to be so big because we go from one 7 to another 7. So that is going to be very comfortable for us. I like that. I like that for you, Sagittarius, very, very much. And what this is we're growing the seeds. Like, we were spoiled for choice. We've planted seeds now, and we have Reiki hands here to grow, to nourish, to care for. And we're going to see that our own personal energy is very, very valuable. So honor your sleep, honor taking care of yourself, honor your meditation, honor the things that you do to center your body, your soul, and yourself, because you're going to be growing bigger and better things than you had imagined you could or imagined you would. So that is very, very, very nice. And it's also a time of patience, because the 7 of Pentacles, it needs time. We can want things instantaneously. It's just not going to happen as instantaneously as we want. It's going to take hard work, dedication, determination, and Spirit's kind of like, kind of testing us. Do you really want this? Are you really here for this? Because it is going to take time. It isn't going to be as easy maybe as it once was. Like, one time it happened really easy, and then we lost that connection. And this time it's like, okay, well, it was a little bit too easy. That's what Spirit was saying. Like, it was a little bit too easy, or we weren't ready for it. So now it's like, okay, are you ready? Are you sure that you are ready? And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's kind of like a parent being like, oh, are you sure? We're going to do this now. Are you sure you're going to be as in as they are? It moves us then to the advice for this time. I love it. It's the 9 of Cups. You have a wish being granted, and that is beautiful for you. So you have a wish being granted. There's going to be something that you've crossed your fingers for, that you want, that falls into place. And you're also going to see that this is a time of celebration. This is a time of celebrating the little things. It's not going to be all about the big things. It is going to be about the little things. And as you celebrate the little things, the big things start to like become more clear, but you're raising your energy vibration. So you start to rise above the muck and the mire of it all, which is fantastic. Now, the environment is, oh, that's lovely, is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups are the people who really love you being there for you. And it's also weeding out the energy that you just don't want in your life. I don't love this. I don't want this. I'm not doing this. So with the Three of Cups, that is going to be very important here. It's like surround yourself with the best people, the best energy. Also, it can be overlooked, but also the best food. Like, it doesn't have to be super expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive at all, right? But just make sure that you're eating really well and taking care of yourself. One of the things that I love to eat, and I know you might think like that is so weird, Dane, but I love to eat oatmeal and sweet potato. It soothes my stomach so much with butter and milk and salt, and it is just so yummy. A whole bunch of berries if you can, and or the frozen berries on top. It's just so delicious to me. It might not be delicious to anybody else, but here, that's what I just got a picture of, like sitting down with a big bowl of oatmeal. Just one of my favorite foods. And it's just like really nourishing your soul, your body, yourself, what you love, and the people that you're with, because it's an honor to be here, right, on this earthly plane. And when we have people that we love, it's just soaking in that energy instead of chasing the people who don't care, It moves us then to the hopes and the fears. So there's Nine of Swords here. You might find it a little bit difficult to sleep. Like, you might find that your mind races at night. There's the repeat of the number 9. It's a very human number. One is of celebration, but one is of worry. So it's the two sides of the coin, the kind of like yin and the yang of us, the inner self, the spirit self, and the outer self. And so here, acknowledge your worries, right? Totally. Acknowledge your worries, acknowledge your emotions. They're there for a reason. But also, this is going to be a time where, like, we fear that we'll never stop worrying. And we might never stop worrying about things, right? We're human. We have a lot of responsibilities, worries and fears, but do not let the worries win. So just be aware of that. The hope is to move past the worry and the fear and to kind of like go to sleep calmly at night with your head on the pillow. And the fear is always having worries, always having things pull you in chaotic directions. And so I think just acknowledging, like what Spirit is saying here is like, acknowledge the fears, acknowledge that things, might not go the way that we have envisioned them or thought them out when we were little. Like, I always think of when I was a teenager, like 15, 16, and just imagining my whole world and how different life is. It keeps to the same themes that I had, but it's very different than I had expected it to be when I was little, like the exact way that I thought everything was just going to unfold so easily. And so here, just being aware of that, like, because I just see that, and I just see that it was laying the foundation for beauty in our lives. But life takes over and Spirit takes over. It's like I gave you the dream, and now it's putting that dream into reality. It moves us then to, I love it, the ending with the Queen of Cups. Again, the healing Reiki hands come forward. So energy healing is going to be something that you are very aligned with during this time and can be very good at yourself. But this is also embracing healing, embracing the energy of the world. The Queen of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? We have the Scorpio and the Pisces here. And this is opening our hearts to what we love, moving forward in that energy, crowning ourselves in that vibrational knowing of, this is my heart, this is my gentleness of spirit, kindness of soul, and this is the way I'm moving forward. And it can bring us more worry because we're more connected with the world's energy, right? And the world can be crazy. But here it is opening up our hearts to what we truly love and opening up the doors to what we truly love and letting that guide us in the most beautiful and most serene of ways, Sagittarius, because that serenity is very important to us during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly. So this, we have two. We have the loon and the goose. Oh, again, with the water connection. Oh, I love that. Okay, so it says, pay attention to your dreams. Messages of guidance are drifting in. And then the goose says, your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. So really seriously, pay attention to your dreams. You are having a bit of prophetic dreams during this time. Knowledge is coming to you through your dreams. And that knowledge, that information is going to open up more and more to what you want, to what you're looking for in your life. And this is also the time of making dreams a reality. And it is going to be more hard work than we had thought. Again, when we were 15, 16, laying on our beds, dreaming of our world, it is more complicated and also simpler than we could ever have imagined. So this is a time to show yourself grace, but also really, really jump into those dreams that you had, those things that you want to achieve and succeed at, and those things that you love. This is them coming back into focus in your life. And it moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is listening to our gut. This is listening to ourselves and embracing our power, our determination, our fire, and our focus. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. And this is the 10 of Pentacles. Be mindful of thinking everybody else has it all, okay? Because this is wealth and prosperity and success and bounty. And we're going to look over at our neighbors and be like, well, they have it all and I don't. And it's like, they don't though. They don't. If you peel back the surface just a little bit, you will be surprised at what you find. Nobody has perfection, okay? Or the people that do, they come from it from like as perfect as we can get. They come from it from a place of love and of healing and of release of things that cannot be controlled. And they surround themselves with only the best of people for them, for their energy, for their soul, for themselves. You can also, it doesn't mean that you push other people away, say, no, I can't talk to you. But it's like, you don't get to wear me down, right? You don't get to zap all my energy from me. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and it's the chickadee. The time is right to release old patterns and energies. You are ready to embrace change, and you are. It's like out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old energies, out with the old, like, I can't, this is that, the stagnation, the fear, the overwhelm, and in with your prosperity. It brings us then to the energy, the subconscious chakra energy. This is grounding. And here, this is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. It's grounding yourself. It's stabilizing yourself. It's really, sinking your roots in to what you want and letting yourself grow. And then the subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Hermit. So we can become a little bit reclusive during this time, which there is nothing wrong with being reclusive. I myself tend to love a good, Emily Dickinson moment where you just pull up the drawbridge and like, nope, I'm done. But here, what you're going to see is that we can just be kind of like two in our own heads. This isn't like a good creative hermit time. This is kind of like the world hates me kind of hermit time. I'm going to draw up the drawbridge and just like not talk to anybody. Don't do that. Don't do that. There can also be a very negative Virgo energy around you. Time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. So just be mindful of that energy as well. And it moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. This is the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is guard your energy, guard your wealth, right? Mind your P's and Q's type of thing. Embrace what prosperity you want as you move forward. And you're going to see yourself in a very different light, in a very different way as you build up your own personal wealth. It doesn't mean money, but it can be. Your wealth, your prosperity, your success, your bounty, as you really focus on you, you're going to be severing the ties with vampiric negative energy that has drained you and overwhelmed you, that has kept you in kind of rotten patterns, right? That you didn't know. Like, you didn't know that the fruit was rotten. You didn't know that things were spoiled. You didn't know because that's how it always was. And now when you have the fresh fruit on the table, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is so delicious. And you're entering into a time of really embracing the deliciousness of your life and really the bounty of what you want. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony. Sagittarius, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed last half of July and a blessed life. Bye.